Okay, I'm reloaded. Big Dappuccino here. This is a showcase video. We're gonna do a showcase video on Nissan. I've been had this uh, content prepped for a minute. I kind of could have did. I kind of held back. I kind of could have did it yesterday, but thought people inauguration, all of that. I was. I looked knew the highlights would be everywhere, so I didn't really look at the program when as it was going on. But man, you know, it is what it is. But I know it's it's a expected. I should say unexpected, but um, yeah, yeah. It's kind of a triumphant moment for some people. I don't know how some people feel. I don't really get into politics when I'm doing these videos, but it was a good day. So, but anyway, like I said, this is about Nissan, and I try to do different content. So a lot of people have tried to do Nissan showcase videos, and I don't take nothing from them. But usually, a lot of people they focus on this casting, the Nissan wagon, and usually it's all about the ones for real riders and the special edition ones that most people couldn't get, like the RLC, and the same for this Skyline casting, which I think is horrible. Uh, this is better, which came out this year, and this had help from the car culture cars that were done in the past, like the R32 casting and the R33 casting over the Skyline and the Skyline van casting that have been done during the past 2 years. That's really due to Jun May and Ryo Asada for Hot Wheels. Japanese historics really changed the game, if you ask me. Hot Wheels, as far as their cast, much better on a lot of casting, as far as scale, more realistic. But I'm rambling, so let's get into it. This Datsun Bluebird 510 casting debuted in 2009. New models, and it was designed by Jun Ame and produced from 2009 to present. The casting number is N4040. And this is called the Poor Man's BMW. The real car was made from 1967 to 1973. And this is from 2010 Night Burners. This particular one. It's been done several times over. But like I said in the beginning, many of their casting is scale issues. And this is how a real Bluebird 510 should look. This Greenlight version, which I'm going to highlight when I get to the premium section of this video later on. But that's why at this point I'm really not all that gung-ho about collecting more of this casting, because scale issues it is very unrealistic. And next, let's do the Datsun 240Z. It debuted in factory fresh 2017 present. It's designed by Jun May, casting number DTW89, and it's based on a car owned by Sun Kane, who is better known as Han from the Fast and the Furious franchise series. He first started in Tokyo Drift, and he was in a couple of movies. I think 2 more. The Fast and the Furious, just Fast and Furious. And I want to say Fast 5 and Fast 5 and I think the other one was Fast 6. Was he in Fast 7 too? I think he got killed in Fast 7. And that's this car. Why am I showing that car? They're out of sequence. I'm sorry. That's a Matchbox we'll get to later. This car was also featured in the 2015 SEMA car show, which is in Las Vegas, and won for Best in Show. This is the original color, first version. This is a great car for customs. This one is losing its chrome trim. That's why I rather sometimes do it. Probably should have did the wheels like that. But I had an orange version too, but I wanted to show the original white version because it looks much cleaner. It has tail lights. The headlights are done too, but because this is white on white, you can't really tell. It's got the wide body kit. I think this is a Rocket Bunny kit. And it's pretty cool. It's got, even though this is a left-hand drive, well, like the Datsun that I showed before, which was available in the US, it has these JDM aftermarket mirrors. Okay, next we're gonna break away from Hot Wheels for a bit and do a Matchbox 1971 Nissan Skyline 2000 GTX casting number NB1022. It debuted in 1 through 125. That's how Matchbox does this stuff. It's been used to 2016 to present, and yeah, this is the Adventure City 1 through 125 MBX Adventure City version that was in 2016. This is the first color. Now notice the scale on this Matchbox version and the scale on this Hot Wheels version. It's supposed to be the same year car. How big and boxy that is. And you know Greenlight is involved. I guess he had certain restrictions on him. And this is stock. This is not no race-oriented stuff. They don't say who designed this because most of the Matchbox castings information is, it becomes classified. Like they don't really want you to focus on the designer. They want you to focus on the cars, I guess. Has tail light deco, headlights is done, indicators in the front, but no indicators in the back, on the sides I mean, and has some JDM side mirrors mounted on the hood, and it is a true right-hand drive because this car never made it to America. If it did, it was imported usually by military or came from Mexico or either through Canada. Next, we're going to do the Hot Wheels Nissan Silvia S15. This casting debuted in 2006, first edition, produced from 2006 to 2011, and was designed by Phil Rowman. Casting number is J3244, and it's based on a C West Drift Chop Top S15 owned by Japanese race driver Akinen Utsumi. I think I said that right. A Keenan, a Keenan, a Keenan Utsumi. I hope I said that right. Yeah, it's very interesting name. And this is from the Thrill Seekers Highway 2011 edition. Series, I should say. And this is the 5th color of all the models that was produced. This is the old S15 casting. So, this is the newer one right here that we're probably more familiar with now that you've seen in 2000, I think 19 or 20. We'll see. We get to the premium information on that, but that's the one you're used to seeing. This is the old one that has been discontinued. They stopped using this in 2011. And as you can see, it has no headlights. And I like the indicators. At least they did that. This is actually part of the interior, which is chrome, which I hate. I hate that metal looking interior. It's got these big wheels. The wheels is not bad. And it is supposed to be chop top like this because somehow it's customized to be chop top. And they did put the head tail light indicators up there. And this wing, I think, is adjustable. It's supposed to be adjustable, look like it's a separate piece. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next, we're going to get into the Nissan Skyline GTR 34 that debuted in new models 2010, produced from 2010 to 2013. Well, part of it was done for 2010 to 2013. That was the part that had the separate wing. The wing was not part of the casting. They retooled it in 2014. So the wheel was, the wing, or the rear wing was part of the casting. So this is casting number RO922. And this casting was based on a 1999 Nissan R-Tune model. It was retooled in 2014, like I said, for the Fast and the Furious series to have a metal wing that was part of the body, like I said. I have a Skyline with the rubber wing that is older, but it has different tail lights. That's true. It has like R32 looking tail lights. I always thought that the older casting was an R32, so yeah. There was some confusion on the Hot Wheels wiki, and I don't even think mention that. So I'll probably have to look in because they probably call that a variation, but this black one. Yeah, this is the new car model one. And as you can see, it has tail lights. And an indicator, but no headlights. Of course, most of you see these in the premium version where they have the headlights in it, which they have used in Chain Transport, Fast and Furious series, and some more stuff. Boulevard, I think. They're getting good use out of this casting. I don't blame them. But next, let's get to the 2017 Nissan GTR, which is also known as the R35. It debuted in Night Burners 2017. The casting was designed by Rio Asada. The casting number is DTW99. Yeah. The first color was a metal flake orange. And I was kind of confused because I had a white one that was not listed on the wiki. So I found out why. And I'm about to tell you in a little bit. So, yeah, this was a 2017 Night Murners version. And this is the second color. The first color, like I said, was an orange. At that time, I was on the pegs, but I wasn't. I mean, I wasn't actively hunting all the time. So I only picked up what I liked. I don't think I was going to every store, just picking up every variation until later on. Maybe like in 2018, I really intensified the hobby more and more. I think around the time JDM historics and car culture really started really getting back, when the drag strip demons and all that. That's when I really started getting back into collecting, to be honest. I was still getting cars because I had been picking up Hot Wheels, and some of them were premium, and I had even ordered like Christine from Auto World, which I didn't know too much about Auto World at the time. Or Johnny Lightning. Well, Johnny Lightning, I had heard of it, but I didn't have cars, so I ended up getting them here and there. But I had an M2, a couple of M2s too. But anyway, this is, like I said, it's a variation. And this white one is a 2009 Nissan GTR that debuted in the 2009 new models, produced from 2009 to present. Of course, they did the same thing with the real car, so they had to reflect what they changed. And they didn't change, I don't think, too much. I think the headlights and taillights probably a little more sleeker. That's probably about it. Different, tail light details. But the 2009, like the white version, was designed by Kevin Cow. I think that's how I pronounce his name right. And it's casting number N4004. And this is the pearl white, which is the first color. And this is really when I wasn't really on the page like that, because there's like 11 variations of this cast, and I only had this one. And I wish I would have got some more. This is well executed. Got tail lights, and even though these headlights are part of the windshield, that's very well executed. The wheels are a little big, which they kind of downplayed that on the newer casting, made it more realistic, but they're kind of big too. So, but it's very clean. Very clean. Glad they had that in my collection. Okay, so now we're done with pretty much the main line, and we're going to get into the premium stuff, which I really just going to go through. Got this 1972 Datsun 510 from Greenlight. They debuted in 2017, but this is from 2019. And like I said, scale wise, with the Hot Wheels, looks like a totally different car, man. And that's why I kind of always get Greenlights, because I think I like their attention to scale. This has lens tail lights, which they rarely do themselves. They usually paint and stuff. I don't think those headlights, no, they might be lens inserted, I should say. And it has this famous livery, which I think is it a gray. It's a famous racing livery. And just cool, man. Next, we got the 71 Nissan Skyline GTR, which is a casting from 2018. 1971 Nissan Skyline GTR, yeah, from 2018. And again, I mean, Matchbox got closer than Hot Wheels ever did with this casting. Hopefully Hot Wheels will someday redo their casting and do something with this. I mean, people say the light covers and stuff, yeah, it's done, but the car still, the proportions are not supposed to be like that. With this one, the opening hood with all the detail, and headlights, I think these headlights are they inserted? Well, it look like it's painted. Look like the tail lights. Well, the tail lights on this is inserted too. Wow. And they smoked this. And I was like, man, because I was looking for Skyline that was supposed to be for Fast 5, and their version had them light covers on it, and it was just black. And I'm like, that's not how his car looked. The Brian O'Connor character, Paul Walker, in that movie. So this looks more like it, more realistic. And next, let's get to the 1970 Datsun 240Z GL casting, Greenlight casting, debuted in 2017. This one was released in 2018. I thought this hood opened, but I guess it don't. And you can just see by the scale, even though they did good Hot Wheels with this casting, it's still way too big. That 240 is a very small car. That you see in real life, it's just a small car. That's all there is to it. A small sports car. And next, we got the Nissan S15 2018. It was when it debuted. It was first in Replica Entertainment Forza Motorsport series. It's designed by Mark Jones and Jimmy Lou. Well, I never heard this name before. Apparently, he's a big dude. He's like, I think, vice president of Hot Wheels as far as special projects or something. The Fast and Furious Fast Tuners 2020. This is the version I have. It says this is black, but this is charcoal gray. I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and look at that Hot Wheels wiki, but this is charcoal gray. And I remember this car from the full Fast and the Furious movie. It only appears for a brief minute, but it is sweet. And it is a right-hand drive. But this version, we didn't get in the United States. We got the S14, but we didn't get the S15. At least not that version. Next, we got the 2001 Nissan Skyline GTR 34 V-Spec 2 Greenlight debuted in 2015. 2017, And this is a 2019 version, which I have another version of this one, but I decided to go with this white one with the gold, with that black. And I think, yeah, the headlights on this is inserted. And I think these tail lights, they might be inserted, but they look painted from here. The headlights is definitely inserted. And it's just very clean. Of course, this is a right-hand drive. And last but not least, you got the 2014 Nissan GTR from Greenlight, released in 2015. This one is from 2015. One of my early Greenlight purchases. And it's kind of damaged on the rear wing. And I'm deciding what I'm going to do about that. But oh well. But as you can see, it's very clean. I think that those painted tail lights. I think the headlights are inserted though. And it's very clean. Of course, left-hand drive because these were imported to the US. And I got some variations, of course. This is the 2020 police version of the same casting. And it's very cool. And I'm just showing, it was in the last video, but this is the 35th anniversary. The 50th, my fault, bad. The 50th anniversary of the Nissan Fairlady. Well, Z period. And yeah, this is probably the last year for the 370Z, because they're supposed to be bringing out the 400Z. And that's pretty much it for the Nissan showcase. As I always say, not the best diecast channel, but not the worst either. The model here show a little love to the diecast. I want to thank the subscribers for your support. Random viewers, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button, the notification button, so you can have access to all the content. Until the next video, this is Big Datsun signing off. This has been a Nissan Showcase.